Hey yo, what's up? It's me again, or maybe not. Uh, yeah, that's not very exciting, honestly. Personally, I do think having more energy in a video is usually good, but I prefer to keep things on the down low. Maybe it's self-confidence or something else, but anyways, today I'm reviewing chapter 1070 of One Piece because, yeah, I've been doing these for the last couple of chapters and I'm gonna continue doing them until One Piece runs out or until something tragic happens to me, whichever comes first. Anyways, 1070, another very good chapter. Oda has done it once again. I don't know, this arc has just been like banger after banger after banger. Like the only time I feel like the chapter hasn't drawn me in was like I'm pretty sure that one chapter where like they're just introducing things and it's just like them like just chilling out and talking. But besides that, everything else has just been really good in my opinion. Like I just really like this arc. So much is going on in this arc already. I'll get onto the actual chapter. Stop like fanboying over Egghead, but Egghead is the best One Piece arc post time skip. Like it's not even a question. I don't think this is a debate. At least personally. But anyways, I'm gonna start off with this. It was so obvious that if Luffy went up against Lucci, it was not a challenge, and this chapter basically just confirmed that. Luffy low diffed Lucci, as I said previously too. And now they actually have the Seraphims, so that's another thing, that was obvious too, I guess, if you're like just reading a little bit. But there's no way CP0 was going to take on the Straw Hats. Like, they're not a Yonko crew. They didn't go up against Kaido. And as we see in this chapter, Luffy only punched Lucci like, I think, 4 times and he knocked him out. You know how many times he punched Kaido and he didn't knock him out with Gear Fifth? This isn't even like to mention that he beats Kaido by using like what's it called? The giant punch. I think it's called the bar gun or something. Something like that. Yeah, he used that one and one shot him and like yeah. Just like obviously Luffy's not gonna lose to Lucci. And while we're on the fight, Luffy's Gear Fifth is so awesome. Like in this fight, it's been just I don't even want to say iconic because it just feels like so refreshing. Like Luffy's actually able to fight in like a very unique style. Like I felt like more with Gear Fourth, going from Gear Second to Gear Fourth, it was a lot more linear in the way Luffy fought. He goes Gear Second, then he goes Gear Third, then he goes Gear Fourth. And that's to change his abilities. Keep his opponents off guard. But with Gear Fifth, it's just he always keeps his opponents off guard. There's no way to like really counter him unless you have extremely strong hockey or you're Blackbeard with that can just cancel out Devil Fruits. Sea Prism, that's another thing possibly. But just the versatility with it is like insane. It's honestly very nice to watch these fights. Like I really like the creativity. I even like the creativity during Kaido's fight. I know some people didn't like the goofiness of it, but for me, I felt like it fit Luffy the best when he was fighting all goofy and being creative with his attacks instead of going in with like the normal 1-2 punch. I really liked him doing all of these different attacks. It's just been nice. Even the gags with it, the gags are good too. Like when Luffy puts on the glasses, or when he eats Lucci. That's another good one. Also, by the way, when Vegapunk was talking about the devil fruits, right? Like, and he mentioned that it was he made it. I thought that was pretty interesting. But if we're like going back a bit more to like what is it? When he mentions the smiles devil fruits, right? I think it's interesting that the way that Vegapunk was able to recreate these devil fruits is basically not the same way that the other ones are recreated. It's using like lineage, and I think that's very important. That'll be very important to uncovering the truth, the further truth for devil fruits. But I just thought it was cool that we're getting like confirmation for devil fruits now, what they have, and what they're composed of, which is, as they mentioned, lineage factor for Paramecius. And I think that is very interesting. In I don't want to say it's true, but I feel like there's like a couple of theories that I've heard before that some of them saying that the original devil fruits were like people, like they came from people, races and stuff. And I think there's a possibility that's true, but I can't say that it's 100% true because of Vegapunk's previous statement of it being like, if you can think it up, then it exists. It's just interesting, very interesting. There's almost nothing for me to really complain about this chapter. Like even paneling wise, I really like the paneling. Like I mentioned, I like the art in this chapter. Like I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's the egghead place or Luffy's devil fruit, but when he was using his devil fruit abilities, like it looked like they were playing on that one what is it, Marvel versus Capcom stage? That one Marvel versus Capcom stage. I think it's like the training stage because of the lines and everything, and it made it look like they were in a fighting game to me. So I thought that was pretty funny. Like I don't know if it's intentional, but to me it looked like that, and I thought it was pretty cool. But besides that, there is like one like I don't even know if Oda has released a chapter at this point where there hasn't been one controversy. Like maybe the less hype chapters, there's less controversy, but like this chapter, like I guess for the controversy, quote unquote, there's a scene where the Seraphim version of Boa uses her love powers on marine agents because she's still being controlled by Sentamaru, and she like stones them, right? She turns them into stone, and what we know from Boa's devil fruit is it's literally like feelings attraction towards this person, like lust and stuff. So to have like a child. But I'm not here defending Oda, nor am I gonna say that this couldn't have been done better, but you're gonna tell me that the most beautiful woman in the world, that this has been stated by Oda, the most beautiful woman in the world at a younger age, she wouldn't be considered at least cute? And I think that's something I guess people they don't wanna say that because it just either way it comes off as like a little bit suspicious. It's not something that I would say Oda should continue doing. If he's gonna continue with these like Seraphim childs, he's done a great job with them so far, but trying not to be that controversial, even if he's unintentionally not trying to be like controversial. Like I think he had like good merit to that when the case where it's like technically she is the most beautiful woman. Like even as a child, people would consider her at least cute. Even in the real world. Not saying that nah, I'm not defending this, but I am saying that it makes sense in context. Whether or not you like the fact that it's hinting at something possibly, that's up for your interpretation of it, right? So that's like the only controversial thing. And besides that, I think the chapter was just gas. It was just straight fire. So, anyways, if you disliked every single thing I said, then you can go ahead and dislike it. If you would agree with everything I said, then you can also do that. And if you want to talk about the boa thing in the comments, go ahead and comment your opinion on it. I'm actually very interested to hear what you have to say about this. But anyways, goodbye.